Hey, thank you very much for joining us here on TimForrest.com. Hey, I talk about channels a lot. I talk about 15 different channels. And today I wanted to jump in specifically into one channel, club stores. My clients have had a lot of success in club stores. We've sold over $60 million in product through the club channel. Specifically, I've helped 22 different brands activate in the club store channel and begin selling for the first time working with club stores. So part of the reason that we're so successful is because of my experience with club stores. I began working decades ago with club stores, specifically Macro came over and probably don't even you probably may have never even heard of Macro. Macro was the predecessor, came over from Europe. They were bought and converted to Pace Warehouse Clubs. And this was very early on in the club store channel. So I have a tremendous amount of experience with club stores. Number one, club store buyers, they're looking for something that's interesting. They want to find something that's going to generate interest that people are going to pick up. It goes without saying. They're looking for innovative, fun ideas, concepts that their shoppers and members, specifically members of the club store channel, will pick up. Now, if you're a legacy brand, a lot of the buyers are just simply looking for a bundled, larger size. The other thing is, think about, this is a rotation business. This is not, we're not trying to get authorized in here like other channels where if we get in, we could be in the store for years to come with supporting the brand. In just a few weeks, we're going to be in and out, regardless of how successful we are, regardless of our numbers, regardless of how well we do, how many club members pick us up and take us home. We still are going to more than likely be out in just a few weeks because there's already a product that's been purchased that's going to go in our spot. So we want to be successful so that we can have opportunities later on down the road, the following year, to come back into the club store. One of the things to think about as far as our performance there is a hurdle rate. So we want to think about how many buildings are we in and what are our sales per week per building. And so that's the number that they're looking at. They have weekly meetings. They're all the time. They are monitoring their items. The buyers have very few items to manage in their category. So they're watching very closely, very diligently what their sales are per week, per building, and they're looking at all their buildings and all their locations. If you're not doing well, actions required. You need to have a plan before you get to the buildings and before you get into the club stores that you're going to do very well. So you want to have whatever the pricing, the specific promotion program, how it works in the category, department of the club store, and even you need to be thinking about what the other potential items are in the club store. So the club store shopper, the members, they're only shopping club stores every 6 weeks. So they're in other channels. And so that's something to think about as far as the sizing. And the whole idea is they're stocking up. So what is it that you can help them stock up on? What is it about the time of year? What's going on in the lives of the club store member that you can bring an item that they're going to want to stock up and use for the next week, 6 weeks. And the key to getting the attention, which is so important, is the packaging. So many vendors don't understand the packaging for club stores. So we're not talking about just the package that the person takes home. We're also talking about the tray. So the tray the package sits in, we're talking about also the pallet. And so some of the things to think about when you're designing your product for club stores, you want to think about 4 specific areas. Obviously, your package. You want to think about the tray. You want to think about also the brand billboard that you're going to have on the sides of the pallet and the back of the pallet as well. And I like to think about 18 feet. What can I see from 18 feet away? And then as I approach it, how quickly and easy is it for me to understand what the value is of that product? And it's so important. You can also bring focus group data to the interview on the success of your item and how appealing it is to potential club store members. And there's lots of ways to do that. The other thing to think about is this is really data driven. There is no more competitive. There's no more difficult a channel to be successful in than club stores. There are very few items. You have very few days to retail your product. You're in and out very quickly because this is a rotation business. There's very few items in a club store that are not rotation. And so are on rotation. They're going to go in and out. And again, the data is going to tell the buyers how well you're doing. And the club members are either picking your product up and purchasing it or they're not. You're not going to hide this. Some channels, you could be part of a long list of items, may not be as performing as well as others, but it's so imperative that you hit your hurdle rate, you hit your numbers in club stores. And again, this is a rotation business. So the last piece you need to think about going in is an out program. And so they've got products and pallets coming into your position at the end of your rotation. So what can you do to help your buyer clear that spot out? And so I like to think about that ahead of time. Think about what your program is ahead of time so that you can successfully clear out any remaining merchandise and successfully move on and open up the opportunity for you to work in other divisions and continue the opportunity to work with a buyer in this specific opportunity that you're working on, that you're going to help clear the product out so you can come back and do more products, the same product next season or the next opportunity. Also, you need to be successful in many other channels besides club channel. Oftentimes the buyers are looking for products and they expect you to be successful in other areas, not just in club stores. Hope this information helps. Leave a comment. I'm real curious about your success or your programs, how you've worked with club stores in the past, or if you have. If you have an innovative item, even if you've never been in a club store, send me a note, tim@timforrest.com, or jump on my calendar if it's an innovative item and you have some questions or would like to talk about your growth plans for your innovative product at timforrestmarkets.com. Again, leave a note below. If you're seeing this anywhere other than timforrest.com or my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Tim Forrest Consulting. Jump over there, like and subscribe. Have a great day. Thank you very much for watching.